This is Attorney Natalie Phelps. I have Mr. Jimmy Hayes.
Jimmy Hayes. Natalie, can I have your P number?
Yep, it's 83355.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Good morning, Miss Kitty. Robert Plumpy standing in for Jeffrey Glazer on Mr. Williams. He came in late yesterday and he's supposed to appear by Zoom.
No, he's supposed to appear in person. He came in late yesterday with some child. So we gotta have a conversation. And I wanna have that conversation in person.
Okay, Judge.
Without
Should
the
I
child here.
should I call Mr. Glazer?
Yeah, you can call Mr. Glazer.
Okay,
Yeah.
will do.
Anyone else need to check in?
Good morning, Miss Kitty. This is Stephanie White. I'm here on Rodriguez Alley.
Oh, that's that, bond motion.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Any other attorney need to check in? You got all our PCCs today,
Yeah, I
there?
got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only one I don't have is white.
Bless you. Thank you.
White.
Okay.
That's Ronald.
All right, so I got
Yeah, it's
three
been
ready.
adjourned till March 25th. Let me call you back. Bye.
Mr. Plumpy, you're not on mute.
Oh, thank you.
We ready? Almost.
I'm ready.
Ready on Emmanuel Spiller Jackson. Calling case number 2155621, the people of the state of Michigan versus Emmanuel Spiller Jackson. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. If it pleases the court, Attorney Andrea Fanning, P42853, appearing on behalf of my client, Emmanuel Spiller Jackson. I will waive his presence for purposes of today's hearing, please.
All right, court waives appearance for the purpose of today's hearing. With pleasure.
Your Honor, at this time, if you can just set it for exams, that would be great. I'm hoping to get it resolved. Thank you.
One witness. Ms. Fanning, did you get the paper and digital discovery?
You know, I believe I requested it on the 16th. Sometimes it takes a while to download. I haven't been able to retrieve it yet, but it should be in evidence.com.
Yeah, it was sent on the 8th.
Okay, thank you. I will check again. Thank you.
And this is a gun board case.
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Good morning. This is James Anderson checking in for Ronald.
Just said, hold on, please.
Sorry.
Thank you. All right, June 4th at 10:45.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Good morning, Your Honor.
One second.
Anyone else need to check in? Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Anderson?
Yes, I'm checking in for Ronell Oliver, standing in for Carolyn Marsh.
Good morning.
All right, I got you, Mr. Anderson.
Thank
Who's
you.
next?
Good morning, Your Honor. Oh, sorry.
Sharon.
Go ahead, Sharon.
Sharon Greer checking in for Miss Latrice Hunter, who's also present on the Zoom.
All right, I got you, Ms. Greer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Attorney Jeff Glazer, Mr. Williams, Mr. Plumpy was
Please
standing.
come in person, Mr. Glazer. I'm not doing him on Zoom.
All right, I can't get down there today, Judge. Can he come down there himself and I can have Mr. Plumpy zoom in once he gets down there?
That's fine.
Okay, Mr. Williams, did you hear that? He needs to appear in person.
Yes.
Make sure he's dressed appropriately. I don't do t-shirts and I don't do sweats.
What time, how long will it take you to get down there, Mr. Williams?
Roughly 40 minutes.
Okay, I'll have Mr. Plumpy zoom in. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, ready on Hayes?
Yes.
Calling case number 2155628, the people of the state of Michigan versus Jimmy Hayes Jr. Defendant is charged with count 1, retail fraud, first degree, habitual offender, for notice. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Natalie Phelps, P number 83355, on behalf of Mr. Jimmy Hayes Jr., who is also present on the Zoom. Mr. Hayes, could you state your name for the record, please?
Jimmy Hayes, ma'am.
Hey, can you move your camera back a little bit? Back, not forward.
Mr. Hayes, maybe you can sit back some. There you go.
All right, sir. All right. Ms. Phelps.
Good morning, Your Honor. So this is our first PCC. I have not received digital discovery yet. I would like another PCC date so that I can review.
I'm on the PCC date, ma'am. I've set it for exam.
Okay, Your Honor, may I submit a discovery order to the court for you to sign then?
Sure.
Thank
Is
you.
this a standard discovery order?
Well, yes, and asking specifically for the digital discovery that I'm missing.
Ms. Phelps, I've already emailed the OIC for digital discovery. We do not have it. You do have paper discovery though, is that correct?
Okay, so you're saying there just is no digital discovery in this case?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I do not have possession of it. I've asked the officer in charge to download it if it exists. And at this point, I do not have it, but I did email you paper. Did you receive the paper discovery?
Yes, I do have the paper.
Okay, thank you. All right, how many witnesses? One, Judge. One.
March 23rd at 1:45.
That works for me. And Your Honor, may I also be heard on bond?
Sure.
Mr. Hayes has been untethered to the Christian Guidance Center since January 31st, and he's asking that the tether be removed at this point, or at least let him leave the Christian Guidance Center and be tethered somewhere else. While he's been at the Christian Guidance Center, he has been involved in an intensive residential program. He is engaged in CBT programming, anger management, critical thinking skills workshops, NA and AA. He's also he does have employment at Jack's Car Wash, and he also has a pending job with Men at Work, but he needs his tether removed in order to better facilitate his employment. So I would ask for the tether to be removed at this time. This is a nonviolent allegation. And clearly buying conditions could stay in place that he would not be in a CVS store, and I'm sure that Mr. Hayes would abide by that.
Does the wish be heard?
Yes. This type of people would oppose any reduction of bond. We think it is certainly very appropriate, given this gentleman's history. He is a habitual foreign defense notice individual. Also indicates that the latest one that I have here is are all theft crimes, Judge. If anything, we would ask it to be increased because of the amount of theft crimes. The last one I have here, at least not on the information, the 2019 Beanie building with intent that he pled guilty to on March 29, 2019. So Judge, no, we would oppose any reduction. We think it's very appropriate and very reasonable this time.
Any brief rebuttal?
Your Honor, I would just renew my argument that this is a nonviolent allegation and would ask for the tether to be removed and for the bond to not be issued.
Well, counsel, based on his previous charges, based on this charge, and based on where he's at right now, I think the court can make certain assumptions that your client has a serious drug problem and that he continuously breaks into other people's property to support that. So no, I'm not going to remove the tether at this point.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Hayes, you're okay to sign off and you can give me a call, okay?
All right.
This was March 23, 145.
March 23, 145. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Did you hear that, Mr. Hayes? You can hang up and just call me on the phone, okay?
All right.
You gotta put it on the desk.
Paper over there too, didn't you know?
Calling case number 21-55567, the people of the state of Michigan versus Rodriguez Ali. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons, firearms, discharged in or at a building. Count 2, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon. Count 3, count 4, assault with a dangerous weapon. felonious assault. Count 5, weapons felony firearm. Second notice. Count 6, weapons felony firearm. Second notice. Count 7, weapons felony firearm. Second notice. Count 8, weapons felony firearm. Second notice. Habitual offender.
Put that cigarette on.
This matter is scheduled a emergency bond motion hearing.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Prosecutor Blair, motion for the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. May I please this Honorable Court Stephanie White, PA 2135, appearing on behalf of Mr. Ali.
All right, is your client on?
I believe so. Mr. Ali, can you state your name? He's an iPhone.
Warwick is Ali.
Okay, he's asking.
Warwick is
I
Ali.
can hear you, Miss Ali.
Warwick is Ali. I don't know how to work.
Come on,
Warwick is Ali.
videos. Put the phone on you.
You take it off.
Warwick is Ali. Can't hear me.
I can hear you.
You take that white thing out.
Oh, he said, all right, Warwick is Ali.
Okay, put the video on you.
It's on me. It's not on me.
You got to point the camera at you. You got the camera pointed at the ceiling.
Is it reversed?
What do you say?
It's pointed at me.
I got it backwards.
Then you got it backwards. Flip it.
You gotta push that flip button.
Flip your camera around.
You got it back.
If he's on an iPhone, there's a button that you push it. Looks like a rotation thing.
Oh, is it iPhone?
Yeah, if it's an iPhone.
Yeah, yeah. Androids, yeah, have a little camera and just to hit it.
Your Honor, for purpose of this motion, I
It's
can
pointed at
actually
me.
waive his presence.
All right.
Your Honor, so I submitted this motion.
I got it on me.
All right, stop talking, Miss Ali.
So the camera not pointed at me? The camera is pointed at me. What is
I
it?
submitted this motion to request that Mr. Ali be allowed to return to his home. He currently lives with his mother. The alleged incident occurred.
You got it. Mr. Ali, stop talking. You're interrupting the proceeding.
Mr. Ali.
Watch that.
Go ahead.
The alleged incident, or the allegations in this case occurred at the Littlefield home. The complaining witnesses in this case no longer lives at that home, and his mother, he assists his mother on a daily basis, and we're just requesting that he be allowed to return to his home.
Louis, is this okay?
Yes.
Okay, doesn't, hold on. Hold on 1 second, go off the record. Just changing that hasn't done anything. By this afternoon, it's so hot in here, it's unbearable.
He's opening up all the vents over here, so he said that'll bring air in, but I told him to come back down here again. So how long have the vents since Mike was here? Have you seen
He hasn't
it?
been here. I don't think he's been here.
Okay, he's on his way. I just wanted to come and check it because it's throughout the whole building is like this.
Oh.
This is really hot, but we're on it.
It's hot in this courtroom for
Yes.
some reason.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just make sure that it follows up and we'll keep an eye on the temperature.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, back on the record on People's State of Michigan versus Rodriguez, Ali. All right, go ahead. Ali.
Thank you. Judge, this happened at a location that, the complaining witness was at, along with pardon me, the husband of the complaining witness. Just for background, the complaining witness is the sister of the defendant. And she posts, at least on our IR, investigators report the same address as the defendant. And what happened apparently, as it's reported, is that the defendant came to this home and asking for the victim's husband to go with him to a store. He declined. The defendant went in the basement, and the witness heard a gun cock, and then the gun went off in the house, and the complaining witness was there too. The complaining witness indicates that, rather, she states that the defendant forced his way into her bedroom, demanding they come and talk. He pulled out a gun and pointed it at both she and her husband. And this weapon allegedly went off at this point in time inside the home. So even if this is his mom's house, I mean, he's posing a danger.
Don't live there. Stop talking, please. Don't interrupt our proceedings.
And I don't have any proof or indication where the witness lives at this time, so I can't verify what the defense says or refute it. But what I do have is the same address on the investigation. Not to mention, Judge, I think that this is the second offense for felony firearms. He is a visual fourth offense individual. Looks like the prior a controlled substance cases and the felony firearm judge. So we have weapons.
All right, anything quick rebuttal?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, when we was here at the PCC, you had told the prosecutor at that time to investigate if the complaining witness, his sister and brother-in-law still lived in the home. At this time, it does not seem like prosecutor have did that, but I have mom present, although Mr. Ali's phone is breaking up, to state that the complaining witness does not live in that home, and that Mr. Ali, when he's not working, he helps his mom around the home, and we're requesting that he be allowed to return to his home.
I mean, go to that home. It wasn't his home before.
My understanding, he was living in that home. That's what his mom.
Yes, he was.
If someone else interrupts and just starts talking, this hearing's over. Not only that, but I'll drag you into court and hold you in contempt. So do not say another word unless you're asked. Go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, my understanding was Mr. Ali did live in that home with his mother at the time of the alleged incident. And at the time, his sister and brother-in-law lived in that home as well. Now, his sister and brother-in-law have moved out of the home.
All right. All right, I'll amend the bond to allow him to be tethered at the Littlefield address. That's 19751 Littlefield Street. No contact with the complaining witness. No contact means just that. You can't contact her. You can't have anybody else contact her. That's in person, by telephone, text message, email, Facebook, Twitter. Can't put anything on this on social media. Do you understand that, Mr. Ali? Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Judge, I would also ask as part of the bond, if not already, no weapons. He's charged as a felon in possession also.
That's a given. You understand you can't have any weapons, sir.
James.
Yes,
sir. You understand, sir?
I have no idea what your client just said.
I said, yes, sir, I understand.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, they sent from May 14th.
Stay 1 second.
Want to receive the mail here. I have 12:15, I think.
May 14th at 12:15. Yep. All right, thank you.
Yes.
I'm cleaning outside there.
Judge, we break this a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope the temperature outside goes a little low.
Yeah, because the later in the afternoon, it gets hotter.
But tonight, today, it's showing that it's going to go to 65.
Yeah, the temperature is gonna drop off.
But still, sorry, Judge, to disturb you.
Oh, it's all right. No, it's a lot hotter than 65 in here.
I know it's hot. It was hot. When I got here in the morning at 5, I bumped it to 75% outside air because it was a little cooler. But when I got a call, I went on the computer. It's showing me 75 outside temperature. Yeah. So I bumped another 25 to 100% outside air. That's all I'm doing now. I'm bringing outside air.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So,
Thanks,
Mike,
Mike.
So Mike, the heat is off and you're
It's
just
off.
bringing the
There's
air?
no heat
Oh.
period, just outside air.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
All right.
Ready on Oliver?
Ready.
Calling case number 2155624, the people of the state of Michigan versus Ronald Oliver. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. Prosecutor Blair, people.
Good morning, James Anderson. On behalf of Ronald Oliver, I'm standing in for counsel of record Carolyn Marsh.
All right. Fine on Zoom, or are you waiving his presence?
I'll waive his presence and ask for a preliminary examination hearing. Ms. Marsh does have discovery.
Okay. How many witnesses?
This is one judge.
May 4th at 9:15.
May 4th, 9:15. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too now. Take care.
Bye.
All right.
Ready on Dwayne Calvin, calling case number 2058365, the people of the state of Michigan versus Dwayne Calvin. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Judge, you and your staff. Rick Nelson, E393317, on behalf of Mr. Dwayne Calvin, who's present. Mr. Calvin, state your name for the record. Dwayne Emmanuel Calvin.
Judge, at this time, the people are not able to proceed, go forward. We do not have our complaining witnesses, police officers, Joseph Weaver, Juan Vargas, he is a VARGAS, and I might have been wrong to charge most of your Tony O'Halloran, Judge. I was just in the hallway, called the name out, and no officers are out there. I also sent subpoenas out. And we're not able to go forward with that.
Your Honor, my client, that is verdict to dismiss.
Yeah, it's dismissed without prejudice.
We don't know.
All right, Rick, I'll see you, okay?
Ready on Hunter,
Ready?
calling case number 2155235, the people of the state of Michigan versus Latrice Hunter. Defendant is charged with count 1, assault with a dangerous weapon, felonious assault. Count 2, malicious destruction of personal property, $200 or more, but less than $1,000. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor. People.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sharon Greer, appearing on behalf of Ms. Hunter, who is also on the Zoom as well. And we would consent to have this hearing heard by Zoom.
Ms. Hunter, turn on your video and state your name, please.
Latrice Hunter.
All right, Greer.
Your Honor, at this time, we'd like to set this matter for an examination.
One witness, Judge. One witness. Yeah.
Look at.
May 28th at 9:45.
May 28th. Is it possible to do it later? I mean, a little later in the day, Your Honor?
I don't have later in the day.
I mean, later in the morning, in the morning.
I don't have, I'm squeezing it in as it is. You saying that's a bad day?
That is a bad day for me, Your Honor.
All right.
Kelly.
June 21st, 9:15.
21st, 9:15. That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, everybody back there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Ms. Hunter, I'll be in touch.
Thank you.
APA Franklin here. I just wanted to check. And Defense Counsel Manny Kavajian is also online too. Did Miss Kitty ask for the case number?
No, she's on the phone. Hold on.
I can give you the case number if you're speaking to me. I'm not sure.
No, hold on, she's on the phone.
Okay, sorry about that.
It's all right. She was just talking on the phone. Hold on.
And you're crying. You're crying. Yeah. He has the letter.
Okay, who was?
Franklin was checking in on me.
Ms. Franklin, you trying to get my attention?
Oh, no, I actually thought you were trying to get mine. I have a case number for the case whenever you guys are ready for me. I'm looking to change the date for an upcoming exam.
What case is it?
No.
What case is it? She doesn't know.
Give me the case number.
The case number is 2005 967501.
Allow me?
Yes.
Are all the parties on?
Yes. Defense Counsel Manny Kavaji is on at this time.
We are here, and we would be waiving my client's appearance if we're just getting a date for today, if that's okay.
So it's scheduled for exam for May 7th?
Correct.
Huh?
Why are we in the date?
Yeah. What are we doing, Ms. Franklin? You trying to adjourn it?
I wanted a new date. My officer, the exam was scheduled on the day that the court was closed because of the weather. My witnesses appeared. My witness is going on furlough on the date of the exam. So yes, I'm asking for a new date.
Your witness is going on furlough on May 7th? Is that
He
what
will be on furlough on May 7th, yes.
Okay, is that all I have? Okay. You want me to call it, Judge?
Sure.
Calling case number 2059675, the people of the state of Michigan versus Khalid Algami. First name Khaled, last name ALGHAMI. The defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed, count 2, driving while license suspended, revoked, denied. This matter is here on an adjournment hearing.
Good morning, Shanetta Franklin on behalf of the people.
And Monty Kavajian on behalf of Mr. Alajami.
All right. Go ahead.
Your Honor, the people would ask this court for a new date. For the record, my witness did appear on the original date that this matter was set for an exam. I believe that was February 16th, but the court was closed due to the weather. My witness will now be on furlough on the date that the exam has been rescheduled for, which is May 7th.
Okay, cool. June 22nd at 9:15.
June 22nd at 9:15.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
So I have. Any other attorney need to check in?
Yes. I tried doing it via the chat, but this is Scott Nadeau on behalf of Charles Mitchell.
Okay, I can't see the chat. I'm in the courtroom.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. You ready?
Yeah, we're ready. Thank you.
Calling case number 2155617, the people of the state of Michigan versus Charles Mitchell Jr. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed, count 2, weapons, firearms, possession by a felon, count 3, weapons, felony, firearm, habitual offenders, for notice. This matter is scheduled for a probable cause conference.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Scott Nadeau, P64316, on behalf of Mr. Mitchell. Charles Mitchell, could you state your name for the record, please?
Charles Orlando Mitchell Jr.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, today's the date.
Mr. Mitchell,
Yes,
one, take your hat off.
sorry about that.
All right, 2, I don't do sweats and I don't do t-shirts in my courtroom, even on Zoom. All right,
Okay,
just so you know. Because if you don't dress for my court, I dress you. I just send you Wayne County, let them dress you. All right?
okay. Yes, sir.
Shirt with a collar, shirt with a collar, pair of pants. All right, I'll ask for. All right, go ahead, counsel.
Your Honor, today is the first probable cause conference. I have received recently the discovery. I wrote a letter to my client. I still don't have his phone number, but what I'd like to do is set this down for a preliminary examination in person if possible, and have some time to talk with my client as well as with the prosecutors and see if there's a way to resolve it or to proceed with the preliminary examination.
All right, one witness, Judge, one witness. June 23rd at 9:15.
Is that 9:15 a.m. I heard?
Yes, sir, that's in person.
Okay, now hold on I'm almost positive that date is okay. Yes, it's fine. Thank you, Your Honor. And may I request Mr. Mitchell's phone number via Zoom, since this is the only contact I've had?
Sure, just want you to know, the 9:15 date, and time. I'm gonna call that case at 9:15, so you and your client have to be here.
Not a problem.
okay? Because we have to, stagnate the cases, and that's the time set for you guys.
Not a problem. I'm here on time.
Mr. Mitchell, can you give your attorney your number so he can contact you, please?
248-302-4091.
Thank you, Mr. Mitchell. I'm going to call you in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Are we concluded with this hearing, Your Honor?
Yes, that concludes the hearing.
Thank you. I'm going to sign off now. You can too, Mr. Mitchell.
All right.
Okay, she gotta get the prosecutor to sign off on it. I told her it was not a standard. Standard order, I'm not bad about that.
Mr. Plumpy is back.
Okay, I'm here.
What's his client, Judge? William? Is it William?
Oh, he's standing in.
Yes,
Standing.
Williams. I'm standing in for Glazer.
Has he gotten here yet?
No.
He hasn't gotten here.
Okay, I'm not going anywhere. As far as I know.
All right.
You got someone.
Good morning, Kitty. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm checking in on Shantez Gibson. It looks like he's having some issues connecting with his audio, though.
Okay. Judge, did you give me that file back
Which part?
for the last case we did? Yeah. All right, so our next 9:30 we get. Here? He's here, everybody's here but the attorney. Yeah, I think he's missing 2 weeks. No jailers, Ty?
That's so far, no one called.
Yeah, on the charges.
Looking at your charges, yeah, everything is light, no homicides, no attempted murders. The guy who had his kid yesterday. What case was it? He's not out there yet. They're waiting for him. He said 40 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think that's why I had this. I don't know.
Kitty,
Yes.
I think Mr. Gibson is connected and good to go whenever you guys are ready.
Whenever you want,
Huh?
whenever you're ready to go.
This is a waiver. It was scheduled for May the 10th at 12:15.
And it's 2:15.
12:15. No, they're doing a waiver.
What's the name of that one?
Shantez Gibson.
Okay.
You want an ROA, Blair?
No, thanks, I'm all set. Kitty, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Blair, I emailed you on it yesterday.
Yeah, I got it, thanks, Ms. Marcus. Thank you.
Calling case number 2059880, the people of the state of Michigan versus Shantez Gibson, first name SHAWNTEZ, last name GIBSON. Defendant number 1 is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is here on a hearing.
Good morning, Your Honor, this is Prosecutor Blair, moving to the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Stephanie Farkas, P74227, appearing on behalf of Mr. Gibson. Mr. Gibson, can you please unmute your microphone and state your name for the record?
Shantez Gibson.
Your Honor, I asked to have this matter put on the docket to do a waiver of the preliminary examination. I have advised Mr. Gibson of his right to have a preliminary examination hearing in which the people would have to prove by probable cause that he's the person to have committed the alleged offense. And knowing that, Your Honor, we'd ask the court to waive the preliminary examination and be bound over to circuit court.
People have no objection, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Gibson, you understand that you have a statutory right to preliminary exam where the state must show by probable cause a crime was committed and probable cause you had something to do with committing that crime. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
Anybody promise you anything or threaten you in any way to get you to waive your right to preliminary exam?
No,
You waive your right freely and voluntarily after having opportunity to talk to your attorney about it.
I don't understand.
You're waiving your right freely and voluntarily of your own free choice after having opportunity to counsel with your attorney, to talk to your attorney about it.
Yes.
All right, do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form and initialing off?
No.
Ms. Marcus, do you have any objection to the court signing your name to the waiver form?
No, Judge.
All right, court will find that you freely and voluntarily waive your right to preliminary exam. Matters bound over to Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information. Be March 25th at 9:00 a.m. Bonds continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Mr. Gibson, you can log off. We're all set.
Okay, thank you.
The defendant is here, we're just waiting on him. Yeah, he's been here.
Yeah, I talked
You talked to the,
to Hussein.
no, I was telling you, the judge, the defendant is here, we're waiting on the attorney.
Oh, gotcha.
Bring in Mr.
Oh, is it your second?
Yeah, I think.
Heights for 36
Ice is good.
Did you put ice in?
Oh, there.
Oh, you got one out.
I thought ice wasn't good. They told me that ice is gonna tense it up. Should be heat.
Heat worked. I was doing ice and heat for the first 2 days, and the heat felt better. And now yesterday and today the ice was better. But I can lift my arm up now about this high without it feeling it's gonna fall off. I was sick the last 2 days. I had a fever. But Tuesday it went, it was 101. Yesterday I was only like 99 or something.
Yeah.
Today I just gotta keep my arm, and I can't wash my hair.
You get your arm up, right?
Right.
You gotta do half of it.
Yeah. So I'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully I can wash my hair, otherwise I'm gonna start smelling.
Ready on the get?
Yes, ma'am.
Calling case number 2058413, the people of the state of Michigan versus Maurice Leggett. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Blair Moody people.
Good morning, Danielle Cattery, P77162 on behalf of Maurice Leggett.
Leggett, can you state your name, please?
Leggett.
He was not a candidate for gun board.
We didn't know he got bored. We have some legal issues.
Oh, okay, all right.
Judge, at this time, the people have a complaint witnesses here, Officer Giles and PH LS. I do have my detective, my officer in charge, Fabio Shandy, who is here, however, we cannot proceed with that. For the record, we would request a different.
A motion to dismiss.
All right, that is dismissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna line it up? Where? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, where?
Yeah, on that page. You don't want to sign this here.
We don't have to sign it.
Okay.
Was that the second stop?
Yeah.
How was the first one?
The first one was, it felt like a bruise and that was it. And then this one was a whole different story.
Everybody's having trouble with the second one. That's the word out.
She gave it, went right all the way up here. I thought maybe she was trying to,
But on the second one?
yeah, I was like, she's wedging my tracker.
I mean, I felt like my arm was pulsing by punches.
Yeah. It hurt. I couldn't, the first day I couldn't even sleep. I cried all night long. It was horrible.
Yeah. I didn't take any analgesic because they said you're not supposed to, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
My arm didn't hurt.
yours didn't hurt?
Didn't hurt.
But you felt sick though.
Well, I had it Friday, like at three-ish. I was fine until the next Saturday morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up with chills. But by the time I got up at around 8:30, I had chills, I had a fever of 102 something.
Wow.
And I had a body ache, and the worst part of it was the weakness. It just felt like someone was just holding me down, I couldn't get up.
Gravity was extra.
Yeah, I tried to get out of bed, and it was like that for about 24 hours. The next day, it was still feeling it, but not as bad. And then by Monday morning, I was fine.
But you didn't have any trouble with the first shot though.
Well, my arm was for the first shot.
It was?
Yeah. When, it hurt like, when they gave me that first shot. And the second shot, I didn't feel it.
Anybody take a look at what that needle was? Did you see the needle? I don't know.
I can't look.
Yeah, me either.
I wanted to go right into the bone with that thing.
I don't even look. I turn my
I
head.
don't want to see it.
Me either.
All right, Judge, I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay, take care, hope you feel better.
Thank you.
See you later. It's good to see you.
You too.
Bye, Danielle. Take care.
Bye, Blair.
I can go out there and take this and do this. But you do your, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you feel, we'll get.
That's what happened when you
played
played
the day before, you played for this. You just still doesn't. Huh? You still feel it, huh?
And I had
Oh, he was good. Yeah.
that smoothie with the herb.
Oh, did you get some
Yeah,
herbs?
came up the next day. I came here,
Oh, cool.
What kind of smoothie did you have?
Got the fruit, blueberry,
Oh, that's what we do.
cherries, pineapple, kale. Then they had moringa
Really?
in it, and
That's pretty good. Where'd you get this one? Down in,
no, made it home.
you made it home? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know, he's not,
That fruit, I ain't tasting it, so.
yeah, because I know you wouldn't just eat
Yeah,
kale.
it also had gorilla and asquagonada.
Gorilla? You said
Yeah,
gorilla?
try that again. I lost my paper.
You said gorilla.
No, gorilla.
No wonder you fill it off.
CHLORELLA. The other one was ASHWAGKNZHA.
Oh,
And then also maca and
Oh,
salsa.
God, you had a lot of different things in there.
Yeah,
Stuff
but,
you can't
Can
even.
you do me a favor? Are there any black markers in there?
you know, it reduces the inflammation in your joint.
Oh,
And all that.
that's what you need then.
I didn't have that different.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
I heard that was good.
Yeah, dark bitter cherry.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah,
I
tart,
know.
tart cherry is good
Yeah,
for gout
tart
too. If you have gout, that's really good. How you going on?
You
know what? I take all the supplements I'm supposed to take. I won't eat anything.
Oh, yeah?
You take anything, Kenny?
Take anything?
Anything like, just anything like, for health,
No, I take medication.
from the doctor? Come on, don't do that. I know you. I know you something. I know you. I can tell.
I do take medication, but not
What
for.
was that last one after maca?
Talking about like vitamins or stuff like
No, the one after that was what?
I need
Oh,
to.
sauerkraut?
Doctor tell me all the time, I just never take it.
I want you in second.
Just a little stubborn.
I know. That's that price. Stop a little more. Oh, boy.
Did you say the herbal lady was?
African herbal. You better find her online.
Said I need my secretary to help me.
Oh, African herbs woman.
Hey, Kenny, who was that guy? Who was that? Olson.
I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah. Emmanuel Spiller Jackson.
Oh, we did his case. That was the
Mr.
first
Spiller
one.
Jackson.
That was an Hispanic.
When was that?
Mm,
I had it for 6/4/21. I don't know what time. I didn't put the time.
Yep, June 4th
We already did your case, sir,
at 10:45.
except for June 4th at 10:45. That's in person in court. I can't hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hear you.
Saying June the 24th, I thought. but,
No, June 4th at 10:45. Okay, all right. Thank you.
I got the guy. Like, I knew he was there for long enough.
Yeah, he's been there for a while.
I was gonna say, how come he didn't say anything, but I guess he
Couldn't hear me.
I tried,
Yeah, he probably did try.
but a year.
Yeah, you got some more on one in your face.
Huh?
You got some on your mask and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Whatever.
You feel a lot better now? Let me start up the move. Cool.
Do me a favor, you touch your face a lot, so make sure you make your hands.
10 o'clock, we got 15 minutes.
I know, but make sure your hands, make sure you go outside, huh? Okay, okay.
Some part.
Hmm? Yeah, yeah.
See if I can get this out.
This right here. Yes. This.
See if I can get it filled. It's empty.
Okay. Go down and take care of it. Good housekeeping. Yeah, they should be able to. For you guys. So pretty much we caught up, we just wait on the 10 o'clock then, all right?
Yep, all we got is our saying.
Doing pretty good there, too. You got to go? Feels like. You saw me. Legal lane. 14. What is it, a 18? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The cases from yesterday is here. Can we bring them in?
Yeah.
You don't have power. No. Mr. Plumpy, he's here.
Oh, good, good. Okay, I'm ready.
Bring him up to the table.
Come up here, young man. Stand right there.
You ready? Yeah. Calling case number 1958105, the people of the state of Michigan versus Raybar Williams. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is here on a warrant hearing.
One of your honors is trusted by one of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. My name is Robert Plumpy. I'm standing in for the attorney of record, Mr. Jeffrey Glazer. Is that with your consent, Mr. Williams?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Apparently, Judge, if I may proceed, my client was late yesterday due to traffic congestion. I guess he did appear, and this morning there was some mix-up. He was on Zoom, but true to his word, he arrived in court recently to present himself to the court and ask for a court date and ask the court to set aside the warrant. And I will allow him to speak if the court wishes to question him. Thank you.
William, you were like an hour and a half late yesterday. That's not because of traffic.
I did want to clear if you gave me a chance. It wasn't traffic at all. I completely forgot. I keep my daughter 5 days a week, and it's not to make an excuse.
Why would you bring her, you brought her in here to court yesterday. There was a warrant for your arrest. Now, let me tell you what normally happens. Normally, I just tell officers, go out, get them, put them in the back. And then you go to Wayne County Jail until we can get your attorney on. Now, had I done that yesterday, you realize what would have happened? We'd have been calling protective services to come get your child. Why would you even begin to think, put yourself, your daughter, in the court in that position?
Honestly, I didn't know what to do. I was kind of scared when I found out I missed the court date, and I just wanted to just get myself down here, and I thought I was going to pay a bond at the window or something. I didn't plan on coming.
This is a felony. Actually, I'm obligated by my oath and by law yesterday, when I knew you were outside that door, to arrest you. That's what I was supposed to do. So I didn't do my job. I did not want to traumatize your daughter. I didn't know, I just saw the child, I knew you had a child, I didn't know it was a daughter. I did not want to put your child through that.
I appreciate that.
I was thinking. You gotta think. All right, court's gonna set aside the capias. I'll reinstate the original bond. You're gonna have to make sure you're here, because if you miss again, I'm gonna keep you. You understand? I'll give you a court, in 1 second. You're right here. Well, you did the right thing by coming down right away. You know, but you don't want to, you're gonna bring the child. You don't know what's gonna happen. Right.
Do we have enough cups? Cups? I'll get one.
All right, gonna reschedule this exam for May 5th at 12:15.
Your Honor, Mr. Glazer has instructed me to do this by Zoom if it's okay with the court and Mr. Williams.
No, why?
No reason given, but we'll take whatever the court says, you know.
It's in person.
Okay.
What date was that, Judge? May 5?
Yeah, May 5th at 12:15.
All right, thanks.
May 5th, 12:15, correct?
That's in person.
Right. Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor, and thank your staff. They're very good.
All right, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Wait in the hallway, okay?
Hey, Kitty?
Yes.
I gotta get the number and name from you again.
That's all right.
Where you going? Hang on a second. What else have you got an ROA?
I just printed for ROA.
Okay, thanks.
That was a very good lesson. Yeah,
Huh?
very good lesson.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew the parameters of what he was doing at the time, you know?
Like young kid, probably. Leave my house.
One person is bringing him home, and I saw him stand out there with a baby in his arms. Oh, no.
Yeah, you know what?
Go ahead.
I hate it when even like people playing with this.
Oh, have mercy.
You know what?
So you
Brody is
working in the
little.
prison. Don't worry about it.
Young children. Brody is little.
I was a quarterback.
Yeah, I was a quarter pounder. That's all right, too. You know? Okay, so that is. Ooh, it's hotter back here than it is by the fan, I'll tell you.
Maybe we should move the fan.
You could move the fan.
No, I'm messing with you.
You wanna move the fan?
No, I'm messing with you.
On the microphone.
Huh?
Not by my microphone.
Oh, no.
That'll be bad.
5/5/21 at, was it 12:15?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Did you have them cut that light out intentionally? It was too hot.
Oh, no.
Do those things put out a lot of heat?
I think so. Huh?
I'm glad it's out.
Yeah. It'd be really hot.
Yeah, I know the halogens are really hot. I don't know about the LEDs.
Is it?
I sent her the information. We're gonna talk today.
Huh?
I sent her the information because I was doing something. So I could share it with the executive board. She would, this is good.
Yeah, that's good.
You can't beat that. I can't wait. I'm like.
Skinny, I'll be back.
I think the regular airplane.
Per person.
Might be lower, I don't know, I didn't.
That's good.
Look at it.
Pretty good. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause
I look, I always, I hate to look at first class, I look at, what's the other, comfort? I look, economy comfort. Yeah, the comfort one.
That's airline.
Yeah, Delta. Delta
Oh,
has
Delta.
comfort seat, you got more leg room. So I look at that.
Yeah, you need that for sure.
Like $800. Like 800.
Yeah, you need that for sure.
Yeah, I need the leg room. But otherwise, I'm sitting there for.
How long the trip is that?
There's a stop.
The stop.
Yeah, they didn't have a straight through.
Oh, okay.
I didn't check with some of the other. airlines.
Where's the stop at?
Stop was in, it was out west somewhere.
Okay, don't say Chicago.
No, it was either, New Mexico or, Utah. Can't remember which one.
How long does it usually flight takes when you go straight through?
Straight through, it's probably 5 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get, and they see, me going there, on Delta going down to Florida, it was pretty comfortable. But I don't know, that was just like, that's almost a 2 hour, 2 something. I don't know, it's all, but there, it's all really good. I might do that, do what you do. I might have to do that. Yeah, you know, they clean, pack those folks in there and need to be jammed up against it. Yeah, and also usually the ones, like, the ones that are for a room, they're up closer, right? Yeah, they're closer, right? They're right behind first fire. So, yeah, that's the one we use, yeah. Oh, that meal thing. Huh? The meal thing. I haven't talked to him. I'll probably do it today. So we're gonna wait and see if we get like round trip before we're gonna wait and see round trip, right? Before we get like airfare. We're gonna look for round, we're gonna wait and see if round trip without stops, you know. Oh, you mean, yeah. The round, it's round, no, round trip is going there and coming back. Yeah, but without stops. Without stops, right? Yeah, I'm not saying anything. That's why I always thought just go through. It's not, if you say one stop, round trip, one stop, I mean, but it's round trip, no stops. Oh, no, usually no stops is, you know, that can't be what. Yeah. I didn't say it, you know, I didn't say it. I'm glad you mentioned. Yeah. Trying to look at some other airlines. Yeah, but y'all just good.
Oh.
You know, our birthday is coming up soon, another week. Kitty? Yeah, kitty getting up, kitty. Kitty's still a young girl. I know she is. Oh, man.
Oh, I'm sweating.
Where's our arcana bottle?
Keep process, you know, I keep process. You ever showed up? Just checking. You know, but don't be checking me like that. All right, let's get it. Check. Oh. I want you to tell you, just waiting on a spot right now. I haven't signed in yet either, right? No. No. We haven't even done that yet. But keep it. Okay, well, let's go. That's the right one.
what you said? Here you go. You guys didn't read these? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my fault. Yeah. This is where you said it. Yeah, that's a long one now. I remember, I do remember it. Not here.
Thanks for the update.
Yeah, I just, post a check again.
Well, I mean, look through this. You can do it. Are you on my seat?
It happened too, see, to a couple people that show up.
Greenland, Greenland.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, great.
Yes. Red. Friday without stopping.
Direct. But they never have it on the thing. I never see direct. It just says round trip and then they say one stop, two stops, so it's direct.
American Airlines. Yeah, here, I recovered that.
Where are you trying to go, Judge? Huh? Oh, okay.
You got a jet?
No, I don't have a jet.
I know you smooth like that.
$474.
What is it?
American Airlines.
That's direct?
No, it ain't direct.
No, I think so.
That's a holdover.
In two different other places, right? I can't, one is one thing, but two,
One
stop.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not.
What is a 16-hour holdover?
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Delta, how was the holdover for that one?
An
Hour. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Nope. 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 Sorry. All right.
All these are showing, there's none of them showing a direct flight.
Yeah. Have you ever went direct to Mexico?
Haven't been there.
I'm talking about just to Mexico period. Have you
Yeah.
ever? Okay.
Yeah, I've had a direct flight to Mexico. And that, maybe on the other side,
Okay.
on the Pacific side, it's like going to California and then going down.
Oh, okay. Cabo.
Yeah.
No hurricanes, we have to worry about hurricanes.
Huh?
That's,
They got hurricanes there.
they do, but is that that time? Is it during that time?
That's just the end of the hurricane season.
When is the end of the hurricane?
Hurricane season goes from June to November. So this is the end of October.
So it still could be.
It could be, I mean, it's just, the rest of it doesn't change.
So we have to put, do they let you change it? You gotta pay, you gotta pay a fee for that, right? Just to make sure.
Well, but the hurricane, no.
Oh, okay.
So I apologize, I asked for water last week. They closed the order and we have no water.
Yeah, I know, we have.
So they're bringing it down.
I meant to say something about that.
Well, I ordered it and they closed it, it's like they built it, they didn't do it. So he's coming now.
Oh, good.
Sorry about that, because I want water.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not sure if some, yeah, I'm thirsty. It's hot.
They do it right away.
You know, the average is about $400 to $500.
Okay, that's about good. That's pretty good, I think. You run that far. When you go that far, that's not bad. Because that's usually how much it costs to go to California. Right? Or more even, right? 800 or something. I know I've seen flights. You've been
Yeah,
there.
he said a little more. I never been to California.
Oh, I thought you was a Cali girl.
Now you put up with it. I got this white out.
That'll
Is
work.
that okay?
Yep.
That work?
It's correction tape. It's good.
Nobody uses point.
You can have these.
Oh, man.
No, just keep it around, that'd be great.
I will put it out here with something.
Yeah, someone will rip it off.
It's good too. How's your order?
Hey, let me use that one more time. Let me use that one more time.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
You wanna
know.
hold it until you leave?
No, I'm not predicting I'm gonna need it again.
Oh, yeah, you didn't think you needed that time.
I know, my prediction's off.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'm
You're
good.
good for now. Okay.
I remember my mug.
I see it, yeah.
Hard for me to drink water if it's not cold.
I know, man, I like it cold, but, you know, they were saying during the pandemic, they said warm water's best.
Yeah, I mean, I think they always say that. Huh? Yeah, that's what I heard too. It's better.
Oh, look at you.
Where'd you get it?
Christmas.
Where'd you get it?
Quarterback. I wouldn't drink water.
Quarterback.
Cold.
Hmm?
Best. At one point, I wouldn't drink water. Yeah.
Me too, but I'm used to now drinking it like, because I have an outside refrigerator.
Now.
That's good. I hope I can get to that one day.
Well, you know, I got these old ladies, I gotta take care of them, make sure we safe.
Yeah. They didn't have the other can?
No, the other can't stay, this is better.
So what is that?
That one's a disinfectant, but it doesn't smell like the other.
I hate that smell. That is a strong, that other stuff
Try
smell
this
like skunk. Or something.
We didn't clean up yesterday.
It's not a bad.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's not a bad smell.
That other one had you.
Yeah, it had a, like, what was that?
Yeah, I don't like that smell of the other one.
I didn't even put it there.
That's why I just use the
Here,
white.
what you think, oh yeah, Kitty got the, here you go. The big white, what's that, Persil?
Huh?
Parasol?
Oh, white,
White sauce?
like the fake
Look.
white sauce.
White sauce.
You got that at Dollar's too?
No, they gave it to us here.
Oh, so that's something they got it from Dollar.
White sauce.
Pipe saw.
I like white sauce, sounds like.
Judge, did they
White
give you
sauce.
some of these? The court. They gave me some of
We
these.
gotta get you some too, John.
What they do is get the best, whoever could give the best deal, they go with, they get. Some of that stuff ain't good.
A white sauce.
So our tenant didn't show up, yes, the attorney didn't even call, Russian.
Oh, yeah, okay, so.
I already got two of those.
Did we call Ryder?
No.
No, look like he's a fakest.
The next one.
For Potts, right.
Potts,
And
yeah.
Tip was not even here yet.
Who's that?
Tip.
Oh, yeah, it's still early, it's 10:30.
Yeah, what's new? A couple of defendants have been coming early, a lot early.
Yeah.
But now we don't even have.
This last one was that, did we we already do the KPS on that or no? No. Okay. Nothing for me.
Judge, you want me to call this, riser?
Oh, yeah.
Or 10
10
o'clock?
o'clock? Oh, yeah.
Your officer on riser is up there.
Okay, thank you.
Calling case number 2058356, the people of the state of Michigan versus Willie Riser. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination. Defendant has failed to appear.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Prosecutor Blair Lee for the people. From my understanding, are your officers here?
All right. Right, failed to appear, keep yourself in, bond to which you committed shall be forfeited, the bond set, 30,000 cash.
Again, one of those cases. One of those cases. One of those cases. The officer that she looked at. We don't.
That riser we just called?
Yeah.
Yep.
We might not have been an attorney. We could just be on IC, not the attorney. The police on the case.
Oh, here's the genuine docket. Huh? Genuine docket.
Oh, I did. Are you pretty much caught up with something here?
Huh?
Are you pretty much caught up with something here?
Yeah, I got a couple more. Yeah.
Play tonight, right?
Yeah, Thursday, yeah. This one is 10:30.
That's another, see?
Okay.
The officer left his glasses yesterday. Yeah, they still there. Oh, we got 9 minutes.
Don't be fresh, yeah.
They made that salmon
How was it?
so
What you have with it?
some rice and broccoli. That's what's on it.
Asparagus would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, he normally does asparagus, but his salmon, but he keep up like.
I like that too.
Well,
Cooks a little longer than, doesn't it cook a little longer than broccoli?
what?
Asparagus.
Asparagus? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I love how he does his asparagus.
How does he do his?
He bakes it with olive oil. And he seasons it with some pepper and lemon pepper. Then he puts some Parmesan cheese in it. And bakes it.
That's pretty cool, yeah, that's a good way to
About
do it.
15 minutes, yeah. How did he make his special sauce?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just telling Ty, he made the salmon yesterday.
Did you get the recipe?
So
You
good.
don't give up the
He
recipe,
ain't gonna give it to me.
but you could give up that sauce.
And see, what's funny is, I'll try to see what he puts in it, but it seems like every time I go to, he's already.
So what are we doing that we always get ink on that one hand?
Oh, I know.
Cause I
just
keep
noticed
looking
that.
around and
Yeah, just right there, yeah.
I just noticed it. It must. be
every day I
the
have ink right here.
He's right-handed, right?
Yeah, but
pen. Yeah, but why?
if I'm holding the pen like this,
I don't have that problem. I don't see something's wrong with
you ain't doing the work.
Well, you ain't doing the work, you talking about.
That's the method you're not doing. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I leave it on and grab it, I don't know, or I nick it.
Yours is really, you did it too.
It's not as bad as hers. But when I use that other pen with felt pen,
This one like that?
like that, I get it all on my hand.
hand. Yeah.
Cause I keep going like this, I'm like, is it coming through my shirt? But it's not.
I love
Remember-
this pen though.
Court
Yeah, me
reporter.
too.
Tell them they should stop writing on their hands, just write on the paper, that's what it is.
Remember the other day, I was using a sanitizer, like, where I get all this ink from?
Yeah, I gotta watch you, get it on me.
Don't watch me.
Oh, yeah.
This ain't gonna watch me.
Hey, you, what's up? Hey, she came up here.
Okay. Oh, I was next door anyway. Anybody?
Well, I'm just like,
Oh, yeah.
because, you know, as she said, she didn't ask me.
But she didn't.
And I was told that you wanted to get some business, so we weren't doing anything. But I'm just saying,
I
yeah,
appreciate it.
she wanted to know if we have,
You know what to do today.
I know a friend of mine,
We work together.
she had the first shot, she said she wasn't getting the second one.
Why? Because I'm so,
And she said it was so bad.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And it was
interestingly
just
enough-
odd to hear that about the first shot.
Yeah, because the
You know,
first shot
normally
wasn't
hear
real,
it.
was it? Yeah, most people have trouble with it. I
Right.
usually wonder,
What's
after I got the second one, and this arm is like, he told us so bad.
Not when she
The second day and stuff, and it felt like swollen. I'm like, what the devil did they put in me?
I know.
You know, it's like, holy mackerel.
I know.
Maybe there's too many trumpets. But I didn't want to think that. Don't be talking about those non-vaxxers. Don't talk about me. No, we're not talking about you. No, I'm a Trump. I'm a Trump guy. You're not a Trump.
Oh.
What's that? Oh,
bought
so that's
my dinner
beautiful.
yesterday from
President, so a black brother can't be a Trump.
From California?
Yeah.
What you had at DoorDash?
Nope, I went and got it. I was talking about I wanted oxtail. She,
That was nice of her.
Like I was on the phone, I was like, I'm so hungry. I got it. No, I kept saying I had a headache. And she asked me to eat this.
Williams, telling your mom you're hungry, you're spoiled. She got a little spoiled.
You know what? I was the only child for 20 years.
What happened? She's here at
That
21.
doggone brother. I keep forgetting. Everybody be asking, you got any siblings? I be like, no.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do.
dude.
I do. I mean, I got siblings by my dad, but by my mom. Right? I was
Yeah.
only child for 20.
Yeah, I can understand.
29. It's like, we have a relationship. He's young.
One down.
He's young.
They don't pick up the phone. They don't call.
They don't do anything. It's a different generation.
It is different.
It's weird.
You can't ask them to do nothing.
Like, I tell you something, like you and I are few buddies who hang out.
Yeah.
I ain't text you unless I'm texting you an address to go to. If I want to know how you doing,
They
I'm
be in
gonna
the same
talk,
room texting
talk,
each other.
because I know. Because if I text you, you say I'm all right. And if I hear your voice, I know because we communicate a lot.
Right.
And I say, no, you ain't doing.
Right.
But,
Well, you
just
can't
text
get-
it saying.
you can't get the-
You can't get the feel.
Yeah, you can't get the feeling or the context of the statement, or, you know, are they mad, are they not, are they
Nobody's
happy?
here on facts, right?
No one said, yet, lady.
Okay, let me look.
Just officers.
Make sure we call that right on time there, Kitty. My
Why?
officers are here.
Huh?
My officers are here.
Oh, okay. I got 3 minutes.
All right,
And they need a judge.
we need a judge.
Thank you, Francie. Oh,
We got Kim here.
Yep.
she's ready, look at it. I'm ready.
But I will tell you though, Deering,
Yeah.
texting sometimes is nice when you really don't want to have a long dialogue.
That's true
with
too.
somebody.
Yeah.
That's true too. Especially if you
Just to
know,
let somebody
Like
know.
a family member. It's just like,
Thinking of them.
whatever.
because if you know someone would like to
I'm
talk
the
too.
one that text.
Yeah.
I text my family all the time. We have a family text that drives me crazy. But I'll randomly, like if we're down like now, I made one of my cousins, it's a lot of them. I have one aunt that has 120 something grandkids, great grandkids, and
Holy
great
mackerel. How old is she?
She turned 85 yesterday. But she had 7 kids. And her kids, and like
Her kids said.
yesterday,
10
I was talking to
kids.
2 young ladies. They already have 3. They said they want 6 and 7 and 12. I'm like, I'm looking at them like, y'all crazy.
What's your-
They had, one had 17 and one had 16.
You know,
Who's that?
His aunt.
but that was back in the day.
Where were you, where were they from?
Well, one, they both lived out the country. The one lived in Milan.
They had to with all those
and one
kids.
lived even further out.
Further out, yeah, but.
So they lived in Pachuta, Mississippi. So my great uncle passed a few months ago and I went to pack my aunt to bring her here and take care of her affairs. They own 64 acres of land.
Where?
They
What
stay
state?
on 13 of them. And, but the family owns more than that. That's just that portion. They named a city after them.
This is what state?
This is in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, that's my ex-wife. She's from Mississippi, from Jackson. And her people have property. And we went down there and you can ride up the street and on one side of the street, now her maiden name was Hayes. All the street names are like Tom Hayes,
Mhm.
Hayes Street, so Hayes Street. On the other side, and that's her father.
Mhm.
On the other side were the mother people, and they were Stiglitz. So, Joe
Stigler.
Stigler Road,
Yep.
Mary Stigler Road, et cetera, and all the streets over there named that.
See, their names was Barnett and,
Keeler, and that's how they have the city of Barnett inside of Pachuta. And they own so much land, they like rent it out. And then they have, I mean, I had the best time, even though I went for my uncle passed it, it felt like a passing, it felt like a vacation. I mean, I ATV, I was up every morning before, I was up with the roosters, yeah. I was starting fires. It was just peaceful, you know, very serene.
Yeah.
And it was a dog that came out of nowhere that amazed us. Nobody had seen this dog. He came out of nowhere, pretty golden, looked like a mini lab. And it sat there the whole time till we left. We almost brought it back.
Did he have a tag on him?
He had no tag. Nobody in the city knew him.
Uh-huh.
And he came and he would sit by the front door every day. And then when I would go by the fire, he'd come sit by the fire. Cutest little dog.
That's a reincarnation of your uncle coming back.
That's what I told I said, well, you know he was a dog. She said he was a whippersnapper. I said, well, is that a dog too? You know, the old folks use the old slang.
Yeah. Whippersnapper. I remember those saying whippersnapper. He's a little whippersnapper, isn't he?
But did I tell you, they can eat. They cook so much food.
They eat well down south, that's for sure. I
For
remember.
breakfast,
A lot of good stuff, huh?
You eat 3 full meals down. They have their own like
Chicken.
After you come back, I was
Stuff
so
like that.
full.
yeah.
He did, so.
Yeah, they made their own. I've never had deer sausage.
Deer what?
Sausage. It was amazing.
No,
Really?
Venison, yeah.
Yeah, but I never had it.
Oh, okay.
It was amazing.
If they do it right, it is amazing. I
And
had
they make it
the
at home.
summer sausage. They
You
make
just
it.
don't want to know how.
You know, you could get that, you can go to like Moose Preserve out of like Telegraph and, I don't know.
23 or something. Way out north.
Go north and get it.
Easy, yeah.
When I used to take my son up north to camp, he went to Skyline in Almont, Michigan. I would have loved to stop at the farms. We would stop on the way back, and pick berries and
Yeah.
stop at the little pet farm. So I'm sure they probably got it out there. That
Yeah,
was
they
23 miles in Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah, they got it.
Real country.
Not anymore.
No?
Not anymore.
They really,
23 in Van Dyke, yeah.
they build it up over there.
That's
Oh, he's 25 now.
Huh?
I used to live out there.
Did you?
Shelby, tell me, Shelby, yeah.
Yep.
Actually, it was 32 miles in Van Dyke.
Well,
Oh,
That's Washington, I
That's
think,
kind
isn't it?
that's still
Trails
kind
are all out there.
Yeah, Almont, wherever Almont is.
26 maybe, I don't know.
I went every year for like 7
Shelby
years.
is really got, oh man, changed a lot. It's like, whoa, this.
Oh my God, I used to live at 16 Mile in Dodge Park, Shader, 15, 16.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
There used to be a farm on the corner, and the wind was right.
Really?
It was all dirt road, that was like 4 years
Yeah,
old when we
yeah.
moved out there.
You know what, but there's a really good marketplace
They really
right
build
there on
all
Metro
over
Parkway in Gratiot.
Oh.
And they have really good meat up there. That they're,
Is it like Armando or
That's
something?
where
Or-
Barb,
No, this
the
is a-
girls,
this is an actual
Barb,
market,
right,
like-
the girls went,
You talked
and they
about
said
that
it has a good
Yes.
time up
You know, my
there.
favorite market is?
Ate good, they said some restaurants,
In
restaurants and
Randall,
stuff.
Like
They like-
13 and Shaner. I go in there and I'm like, a kid in a candy store. I just love that store. But it's an Italian store and I get all my goods there.
Where's is that?
Granddad's was at like 12 and a half, 13 mile and.
13?
Shaner.
And Shana, 13 and, is it Hoover? It's Hoover.
No, it's Shaner.
No, no.
There's one out in Gratiot, there's one way out.
The one I go to, it's one on, it's not on Shana.
It's on Shane.
Actually, Golly, but.
Yeah, maybe it's Tringali.
Yeah, I think it's Granddad's.
I like papaya. Papaya is good.
I don't find it good.
Big check on the 10:30.
Yeah, all right. 10:30. Like
Now that I
it.
changed my style of eating, I should step foot in there. I don't know.
My officers are here, I think.
You okay?
There he is, or is not?
Young man out here. I don't know why they don't do it.
Oh.
It's time for me to change my mask.
All right.
Shelby Township is known for all their fees, so the complex is all open.
Starting to sweat too, that's what it is.
Right in. Now they are anyhow. Now they're in Florida.
No, Mr. Potts,
All right.
no attorney either. There are offices.
Yeah, I talked to them.
Right. Call it, recall.
Okay.
Oh. Potts, right?
Oh, that was ample.
Have you checked in? No.
That's what we're gonna call right now.
You ready to call the case?
Calling case number 2056101. The people of the state of Michigan versus Diamond Potts. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination. Defendant has failed to appear.
Morning, guys. Trustee Ledward, the people who can cover office here.
Good morning, Rebecca, TFLP 62311 on behalf of Mr. Potts. Your Honor, I am not aware of the whereabouts of my client. I did send him several messages and placed several calls, sent a letter a few months ago. I have not heard a response, so that's all I know.
Right, well, case is showing up, new bond previously submitted shall be forfeited, the new bond says 30,000 cash. All right,
Thank you,
well,
Your
thank
Honor.
you,
Thank you, Judge.
Put me in mind of Kristen a little bit. She's tall like a Kristen. She put me in mind of Kristen. Kristen, yeah, because she's tall a little bit, you know, size. I tall as Kristen.
Kristen is 5'10".
Yeah, I thought, yeah. Volleyball, basketball.
Nice guy.
Hmm?
That's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Should've been an auto.
I
Oh.
did.
Right.
If you drink sea moss. If you try sea moss.
Try what?
Sea moss.
No. No, I don't like the way that sounds.
The sea moss?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
Just,
Uh-uh.
oh. I don't like some seaweed or something.
It looks like seaweed.
Oh, that's right.
But they make a gel out of it and you cook with it and put it in your smoothies. It lowers your blood pressure.
So they can put it in a smoothie or something?
Mm-hmm. Ways around.
Good time to do it. You got
Next
time.
one, yeah, next one's 11:15. Uh-oh.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning, how you doing?
I'm here.
Good deal, that's.
Yeah.
No, I was closer.
Well, I'm trying to work my board out. I moved the files and, you know, I filed on that top one. They were August files.
Okay, right, why not? And there's a May and April.
It's a few June in there because I couldn't fit them all in that June.
Okay.
Too many.
Concoction makes me drink a lot of water.
What else got again? Seymour?
This is turmeric, ginger, apple cider, honey, lemon, cayenne pepper.
Yeah, all those things.
Mescaline.
Yeah. Well, we mustn't take long.
Hydration.
That's the voice, you know. Not 15, but it's.
I'm proud of myself.
You know, at times, you know, when I do, sometimes I'm crazy. Yeah. Hmm? You? That too. Oh, yeah.
She's been herbalist also.
Oh, she's. Look down the road. All right.
Sorry, can you put this on?
Sure can.
find out the tracking number, the information?
For what? Oh, God. Oh, you should text me and call me and say, hey, what's up?
You know, when I heard you on the phone.
Oh, you were in there?
I walked there, heard you.
Yep. And looked in and got back. It's like 15. It's 11:15 from the sheriff. You had to talk to his client.
Oh, that's on the third chair.
One of your partners too?
Hmm?
You one of your partners?
Where?
Over there.
Well, Carlos came in. See, I left the jail early. I left the jail early. You just got to get I left the jail early. Carlos, I never really worked with him, but he worked there. He knew. Who I did work with was his sister. I didn't know he came on. Later he said, yeah. What's her name? Crawford. Camille, her brother works. I said, now see, then I find out this big gap. I said, you couldn't be almost my brother-in-law.
You just tickled yourself, Pete, though. You just tickled yourself.
Oh, man, that's funny because we were kind of close. They know she had a, I don't know if I remember him. He was small. He was never quite small. So, my sister ended up going to Rouge and being a tenant or something.
Really bad.
You tend to keep messing with me. It could be, I don't even think they clean these beds.
That's a problem with the air.
No clean. And then you get that, when the air does come, I keep messing with my sinus. And then with this on, it's really, I can't. Wow, that's deep. The young lady, he said the young lady, said, I'm not getting this echo. That was just too much. It made her feel so bad. But when the attorney said that someone they knew got the first shot, said they wanted to get it.
Oh, no, that was mine. That was a friend of mine.
A friend of yours sent that on. I thought it was the attorney. No, one of your friends. See, is it one of your group people?
Hmm?
Is it anybody in your group?
No, not in the group. They had their shot.
Okay, is the court appointment? Okay, I just turned it off. You lucky your ears don't swell up. You never swell up. Uh-uh. Is it, they get dry?
I don't know.
You should find out they have some iron. Something. Inside, right?
Right.
I need some. You see if you need some ice or something. Mm-hmm. It's a big fella that's been sitting there. Think about it. Yeah, Martin sitting there. All right, Martin, Rose, same. Martin, big boy.
That's not a breakfast or lunch or anything.
Well, if you would,
I gotta go to Amazon.
want to go run?
Yeah, right.
I'll be a runner.
You do that, you don't need to be a runner.
You can.
You get anything from the ham shop at all?
Let's get there. Yeah. Perfect.
Ah, gosh. I like the potatoes there. Hash brown. I guess, I haven't been to Videos forever either. You guys been over there?
I've never been there. Really love it.
At Easter Market.
Easter Market.
Used to go there a lot.
What do they sell?
It's basically like
Bar
bar
food.
fair food.
Yeah, bar food.
It's pretty good.
But it's pretty good. It's not just, yeah.
It's not like a.
It's not like the average fair.
It's better than that.
I know I like those sandwiches from that bakery.
From Milano?
Yeah.
They have good
And
sandwiches.
they got good soup.
We have good soup
I
too.
had a
I used to go there too.
chili soup.
Chicken chili?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Isn't it nice? It is.
Really?
Chicken chili. They have good soups
You
and
never had
salads.
chicken soup?
No, it sounds like odd.
But it's not,
Chili.
it's very good.
Is it like chili season?
Yeah. But it's just
Yeah,
got chicken.
Is it ground chicken or whole? Whole?
Yeah.
We make our chili with ground turkey.
You guys have chicken chili.
How's it try chicken chili?
At Milano.
They do have good sandwiches and soup, that's for sure. I used to go there a lot too. Vivios, a lot of guys to go out with them.
What is?
Vivios, they used to go down there a lot.
Yeah. Videos, yeah. What's the, is it the
We
farmers?
Happy sometime.
Happy, so did we. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be,
What was the other one? Farmers?
Farmers.
Is that on the corner
Had
there?
breakfast, good
Right by
breakfast.
Zivio's.
You had good breakfast there.
They had good breakfast. We go to the market early in the morning, we get breakfast there.
You want breakfast, you go there. Vivios, they good lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
And even farmers too, it depends what you want.
Right, right.
A lot of attorneys, too.
A lot of attorneys go there.
Vivios.
Yeah, right.
And then some would go, it's weird, it depends what day they go. Because they had a good corned beef over at Farmers.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. They had good breakfast.
I think years ago, Vivio's was the restaurant. I went out with,
We had
grab a bite
butchers
to
too.
eat. What's that?
We used to have butchers over there.
Butchers? Butchers.
You never been to butchers?
I think I grabbed one time years ago, lunch with Judge Vesta Svensson. Do you remember her? Vesta Svensson? Yeah. Swedish gal, short, blonde cut hair.
And she worked.
She was a 36D judge, yeah, or
Oh,
magistrate.
30,
Was she
that's
magistrate?
right. I didn't
She
know.
was a judge.
She was a
She was a
judge.
magistrate at first. and
Yeah.
Became a judge.
Yeah.
Jefferson beat her out to the place.
Jefferson what?
Pat Jefferson, ran against Pat.
Oh, for that, yeah, okay.
See, I didn't know too many judges here compared to the ones at Circuit and Broke.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, Vesta's she's a great gal. She's funny and smart and everything else.
Get it.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Johnson, what have you been up to? Hey, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a long while. Yeah.
He's been in trouble.
Good?
Good.
In case you got it here.
I got some.
He's trouble. See, he's trouble.
Trouble man.
That's who left their glasses yesterday.
Johnson, get it
Yeah,
too?
he left his glasses
Oh, that's no
in the
fun.
hallway.
Ooh, that's bad.
He's like, yeah, he left you. You picked him up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just brought him in here, but I'm gonna be back.
How'd you know they were his?
Because he was sitting right there when we were talking in the hallway.
Oh, gotcha.
He asked about what I go see my mom and them yet. So when the young lady, the security guard, she was like, you know, the one that spit. kinda
That's
like-
Johnson.
I was like, oh, yeah. She was like, yeah. I said, Flex.
Lex, yeah, that's his, yeah. I haven't seen him in a long while. He's looking good still, you know? He's always been like that.
You ever go to the Thai restaurant down there in Eastern?
No, I haven't.
Is it good?
We should go.
Where is it at? Is it at,
I don't even know if it's still there anymore.
You should go.
I don't know if it's still there anymore. But then, you know, they had the Italian restaurant down
what Italian restaurant?
there. You know that? What was that Italian restaurant, Judge, down the Eastern Market?
Oh, Ramona's?
Mario?
Roma's?
Roma, Mario?
No, Roma's.
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 But
Yeah.
Italians used to.
Is it still there?
It's still there.
Still there.
Okay.
They still serve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a long time, but they used to have
That's
good.
been there
Oh,
forever.
They
man.
got really good food.
That's been there
Italian
forever.
food was just.
In my
Mwah.
facility.
That stuff is, man, it's filling.
Yes, yes.
It is.
There and that.
I remember
Thai restaurant.
before they had no smoking, it was always so dang smoky in there. You know?
That was back in the day when it was
That was
like
back
that,
in the
yeah,
day,
yeah. I remember they used to smoke in jails and stuff
I
like that.
remember they used to smoke, they used to smoke in class, in school, the teachers.
So what?
The teachers way back used to smoke in class.
In the classroom?
No, I don't remember teachers.
I remember
smoking.
teachers' lounge, but not
But not in
classroom.
classroom.
In the classroom.
That's why it was, what school did you go to?
I went to California.
Okay, that's what it was, you were in
Oh,
California.
you're in California. You got one of those open hallways, you know, the doors when the classroom open outdoors.
Right, that's the difference.
probably
That's the
why.
difference, because it wasn't like that.
Oh, our lunches were amazing. We ate lunch outside every day.
Where are you at in
I went to
California?
Fairfax,
Where's that?
Los Angeles.
Okay, well, you had good weather all the time.
Mhm. I don't say that either.
Well, better than here.
You say so. It rained a lot.
You did?
It did snow?
It didn't snow. I hate
Okay.
You have to show the rain.
You sure had to show rain, I can do rain. That's what.
Oh,
Oh,
we're scraping.
yeah. Oh, God, when it freezes up,
Uh-huh. Your favorite thing, a little
I need
freezing
to
rain
be
on
a
your windshield.
snow bunny. You live in the South in the wintertime. But you know what? The South is starting to get snow now.
That is
Yeah,
weird.
they've been having a Texas done it.
Texas, I
Nuts
can't
down there.
believe all that snow.
Crazy.
And my brother, they had just moved there about 6, 7 months ago. And their water line broke in their house, so they had to stay in a hotel for, I don't know, about a week.
Right, great, you know.
They're not used to that weather.
Oh, because of cold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that-
the line, water line
It-
broke all throughout.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
lot of-
weird because I don't know how cold it was and how long that sustained. Apparently it was a little bit.
They got below zeros.
The line was still the
They got below zero.
They did? I can see why.
And my brother kept saying.
And they don't, you don't get that kind of weather.
Yeah, see, they don't know to let the water trickle.
Right, like we know those little things,
Yeah.
right? When you get cold,
Yeah.
real cold in the basement, especially in the basement, you let it trickle so it won't
Yeah.
freeze up. But that's because we used to that kind of weather.
Yeah.
And
They
after,
not.
They don't know anything about it.
They shut his job down, they shut everything down.
Well, there was no power probably.
there wasn't no power. Yeah.
I don't understand that down there. That's ridiculous. You know?
I remember going to Austin, Texas a while back, maybe about 6 years, 7 years ago. And the first snow, because I asked him, I say, does it snow down there? I didn't know it snowed. He said, this is the first time it ever snowed. So I was like,
And you went down there?
I must have brought the
You brought it down.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
put out with that. We
So
driving.
you're probably driving the cars down there and no one else was.
Right. Got off we flew into Dallas and got to rent a car and went on. They said it was snowing. I was like, it was a blizzard. You hear me?
Really?
People didn't know how to drive it. I was like, my wife said,
Flying by everybody?
my wife said, why don't you pull over? I said, baby, I got this.
Yeah, you're right.
I was looking and I'm watching
I
and
got
I'm
it.
moving. It was funny. It was funny because I can drive you that.
Well, you got your
Some
Michigan
people-
driving.
Yes,
driving
right. But some people can't drive like that. But that even freaks my wife out. Me, they don't freak me out because I know how to, defensive tactics when you drive. If you feel a certain way, you have to.
Yeah.
Certain things you do.
Yeah,
I know when it's too
turn this way,
bad,
turn
I'll get off if I feel that I'm not in control. of
Right,
it. As
right.
long as I got control, I'm moving through it.
Yeah,
I pull over to five people.
Now, for instance, if you're on the E road, or any other road, for that matter, and the ruts are kind of like not tall, but just, and there's some snow on the center and snow on either side, and you know you got ice and where your car wheels are gonna track. Do you move over to the snow?
For sure.
To get off the ice, right?
Yeah, so I can drive.
And then you got
I
traction.
got traction. I'm not
Exactly,
standing there
some
where
better
it's so-
traction than ice,
Right.
but I'm not sure like people don't talk.
There you go.
And that's what I did too. I was in that
can't stand ice
traction,
storms.
and as long as I had the traction, I could move. They were like those,
Remember
Right.
we had that ice storm a few years back? It was so bad, the freeways. People were sliding off, there were like 20 cars, accidents.
I heard something.
I was coming over
Oh.
on 75, around one of the, bam, hit the wall. Bounced right back. My heart was racing, but I couldn't panic.
Yeah,
right.
And one time I spent out and was facing oncoming traffic, thank God they were
Oh
way
my
back.
God, that happened to me twice.
Really?
Maybe 3 times. I'm driving and you come down the ramp,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden my car spins. It hit a spot and spin. I'm just, I don't think I think. Hopefully no car. It was at a certain time of the day and people weren't out. Probably a little later, but the thought of doing that, some car could tow me up easy. Twice that happened to me. One time coming off, I was driving a Toyota, the one looked like the round looked like Scooby Doo. I was driving that, and I was on 2 wheels. What? Yeah, and I was like, gee, I leaned this way, try to, that was spooky because I could feel my car. I said, I'm off those tires. And finally get back on. Man,
You couldn't explain how it got that way.
I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Don't explain. Only thing I do, one thing I say this, Blair, I always believe in God, and I think He's always in there to protect me.
Right.
Because I tell you, that happened one way. It's weird. I'm going to the Americana back in the day, out there in Southfield, the Americana movie theater.
Yeah.
So I'm going there with my ex-girlfriend, my sister, little sister. I'm driving. We at the stop sign. I'm over here near Myers or Wyoming over there. I remember stopping at the light. I remember cars being there, right? I swear to you not. I takes off. I'm not driving fast. All of a sudden my car spins. And everyone just got quiet. I was listening to music and I was like, oh my God, someone's gonna hit me. My car was facing back toward east. It's like they stopped. The cars weren't that close to me. I said, what the hell, wait a minute. I knew I was near cars.
Right.
That was weird.
They saw you.
Maybe, or,
yeah.
or
Or an act of God.
act of God, because I took, it could have been too much further. I mean, it's been, but it was too far.
Right.
Yeah. That's weird shit, man.
Yeah, it is.
That was weird. It's so when people say you believe, I believe in miracles. This time things happen to me, man. I can't explain it.
Right. Right.
I can't explain it.
I showed them back in 2017 when I gave my 2-week notice to corrections. We were getting mandated 16-hour days, working a 6-day work week, and out of those 6 days, I got mandated 4.
That's crazy.
On
You
my,
with the sheriffs?
I was
No.
with women's prison.
Oh,
corrections.
Department of Corrections. Okay.
And I bought tickets to this concert for my friends and I never made it. I fell asleep at the wheel. And I hit a curve and I went airborne to a freeway overpass. And I went and I said, you know what? I just prayed and asked God to give me something else because I wasn't doing that job anymore.
Yeah, if you get
And I gave my 2-week notice and I've had no lack. I just went into business working for myself. I was already in business, but I wasn't doing much of it because I was getting mandated a lot.
Right.
That's
I
crazy.
Yeah, see?
gave my 2 weeks.
Some people in that situation would have died.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I had
Certain things.
abrasions all over my body. but I had no broken bones. But I had $21,000 in damage.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
you
so
were
my,
lucky.
my car had, say like this is the corner, catty corner. My car hit the corner here and flew into the freeway overpass and bounced off of that fencing that covers the old freeway back to across the other side of the street, opposite side of the street.
God. Because you fell asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sleep deprivation is way worse than alcoholism.
Yeah, well, it's more probably more rampant,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I
hated being
I had that situation, but I remember I was working with FedEx one year. And I'm driving back to the trucks with the loads and stuff. And yeah, the last 2 weeks of the job, it was midnight. I said to myself, I can't do this. Yeah. I can't, because I felt yeah, and I said, oh, hell no. I said, I gotta quit. Because it's telling me right now, don't be a
It ain't
fool.
working.
It ain't working, it ain't working. That's not something
And
that
when
God
driving
has.
those trucks, you can damage so much.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
many.
Yeah,
So I'd say,
yeah, that's something. Yeah.
see, and it's a weird thing, Louis, is that this, as people we get, information comes to you, right? In a different, in a kind of way, you, or whatever, you know, sometimes that you shouldn't do something, that people still do it, you know what I mean? You gotta say to yourself, okay, this ain't gonna work out right. People, some people, they know it's gonna happen, it's like dating. You know, you meet a young lady, you know it ain't gonna go right, but you still like her because you see some of the things that you like in her, right? And then you get together and it doesn't work out, and you say, I knew it was gonna work out, but I didn't like what I saw, you know?
Yeah.
We know it.
Well, yeah, it's your gut instinct.
You get married and you know that maybe some things weren't right,
Something's
but
attached,
but
askew.
something about her you thought maybe, or you could change. That's what you think.
Yeah.
You can't change.
No.
Especially when and as you get older, you really can't change. Either they're gonna wanna change for themselves or you can't. Yep, so we know, we go out there, I'm feeling kind of buzz, I shouldn't be driving, but I go drive because I think I can do it, and then I might get accident, your body, you know, that's what happens to a lot of people. They know, but they choose to do it anyway.
Yeah, it's almost like you roll the dice in your mind, I guess.
And my thing, some things you don't wanna roll that dice.
No.
Like, for me, being a cop, it's my life.
Yeah.
Go out there and you know, drink and hit someone and kill someone, you go out and hit me. Just take me, I don't wanna do it because I should know better. I know better. You know?
Yeah. Well, and then the thing is, just for a selfish thought, live with that.
I can't with yourself. That's what I'm saying. I know because I feel about it. Right. If I do that, knowing that I know I did.
Yeah.
What can I say? I'm guilty. I ain't actually trying to sugarcoat nothing.
Right.
Some people still want to get up, but my thing is, like guilty. I feel like doing to others what they're going to be, I deserve to go and deal with what I have come.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way it is. So therefore, because I feel that way, I'm always weighing things out.
Well, yeah.
You gotta weigh it out. Right, man, you know, is it
Right.
worth doing this now?
Is it worth, yeah. You're right.
Jail or be at home eating good and jail and they tell me when to eat and take it out. But come on. I want to the Esco for there, going home, taking a shower, eating what I want. That's a beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And no one's gonna tell me, come on, let's do this. Because I'm gonna say, you do.
Right.
Don't need me.
Right.
Yeah. Misery loves company, you do it, and you get caught, but I'm not.
Yeah.
You gotta
Absolutely.
be your own.
You know, and you try to, teach your kids that too.
Yeah, you do, you
They
gotta
say,
say,
well, what's going on? You probably say, no, you do it.
no,
It's so good. Why aren't you doing it?
Right.
They go off with this post. They so mad, they write home letter. I says, I always put things out there. I said, cool, everybody hates the police until they need one.
That's true, yeah.
That's true.
Or it's never a family picnic until the police arrive.
It's never
a family picnic until the police arrive. That's a family picnic.
Oh, yeah.
Family picnic.
Everybody go.
That is terrible too, man.
But you know
Isn't
what?
it terrible?
But it's true.
It is true.
I mean,
They hate, and then they
hate
till
police.
you get,
And then when they get in trouble, then they want you.
I get it, I understand. There's bad in every sector, okay?
Heck, yeah.
And I don't agree with bad officers doing bad things, but I don't agree with bad children doing bad things, you know? People need to be disciplined and
Guided.
easier.
Oh, yeah.
But boy is here, I think it's, he said it's bad.
McGee?
McGee?
Who's on that page?
Boy,
Oh, Dwayne Boyd. You know, he told me he's probably not.
that's what he said too. He said. Sometimes you try to get.
Sometimes they surprise.
Yeah, sometimes
They're
it's,
constant.
yeah. A couple after this, you know, attorney didn't know if he was gonna show up and he showed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on, your parents?
All right, he's coming in.
Hey, you know, you've been in my share, I saw it. Sometimes you get sorry. That happened to everyone.
I got to go that great walk.
Yeah.
I can't close my face.
Yeah, you don't like that. When you-
A little bit. This over here, I don't know, I can't grip certain things.
I must have been gone.
So, yeah.
All right.
So he didn't show up before. He didn't, no show.
Ready, I'm Ramar McGee. Calling case number 20-57032, the people of the state of Michigan versus Ramar McGee. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination. Defendant has failed to appear.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dwayne Boyd, P79612 on behalf of Mr. McGee. Your Honor, Mr. McGee is present today. During the entire pendency of this matter, I have been unsuccessful with all my attempts to locate and contact Mr. McGee. The court is to issue a case today. I'd ask that if I do locate him, where he does contact me, I'd be allowed to walk up in and have the case be set aside.
Then from, if you're shall enter, the bond to 60 minutes shall be forfeited, the bond set at 30,000 cash. If you find them, welcome in.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.
Have a nice day.
I'll see you.
Wow. Good to see you. Be careful. 11:45.
11:30. Oh, 11:45 here?
William, you've been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
You've been here.
I haven't been out for a little while now.
They haven't been messing around today. They've been coming 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, most of that. That's what's the old spot.
Must have been winning out there in the street.
Jeff Johnson's not, but when he let him know, oh, when they have the BC, that'd be it. And put the hands, it's tight.
And it's correct.
It's some officers there. I don't know. I see some out there, but I don't know if it's McGee or the one that we just done. Or just 11:30. Okay, come get that smooth, let me make me about party all smooth, he's so cool. That love like debonair, you know, got that there. Are you trying to hypnotize something?
Yeah, right.
Oh, I don't
Oh. Let's take this.
And the Edwards case, Louis?
Who's on? Yes.
Okay. Thank you. We got two POs on Edwards. The Edwards not here.
Were you singing?
Huh?
Were you singing?
I'm sorry.
Were you singing?
No.
Yesterday she had everybody, huh?
God.
About the same time I say that every day. Must be in my mind.
Yeah, that's it. You got that long, and waiting, you start thinking about it. I've been trying to drink more work, so I eat so I can lose some weight. Flush it out. For me. It's tough.
Yesterday when I was on my way to lunch, one of the G4S officers standing at the elevator, he just flushed real quick. Like, okay, he was like, no. He had a muscle spasm or something, so I sat him down with Judge Jones, courtroom, got me some water. He's trying to move out. His job being, but sometimes you're doing too much. Yes, sit down.
And you know, I ain't gonna. Either one of the guy people.
A male.
That was not. That's what. Using you to make sure the person didn't do anything to hurt themselves. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that happens when you wonder why you were that angel at that time to do to say, you know what, and some people get caught up, you almost think that. I learned that a long time ago. Because I used to always worry about stuff when I be there. I still kind of, but because even now with this, especially with this, especially with this job, I'm always, get out. I ain't worried about
I didn't mean, I stopped crushing.
yeah, I'm not gonna do it. No.
Good morning, how you doing? Okay.
Mr. O, how you doing, Mr. O?
You want to say?
All right.
Good
Okay,
morning.
Mr. O, is that your client behind? That's Mr.
Uh-huh.
That's Mr. Edwards?
Sorry, I'm here. Edwards?
Okay, you're, that's sorry?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Do me a favor, Mr. Jackson, come over here, please.
Sure. I see.
You're gonna have to take you
Come on, step up here.
Step up here. Tell me,
Judge, how you doing today?
Good, thank you, how you doing?
Doing great.
Chair.
Sweating a little bit running from the car here, so get hot out there. Or I'm out of shape, one of the two.
Mr. Chair right here. You're gonna see till we call your case.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, Counselor.
Right here.
Mr. Williams?
He's on our case. He's on our case.
Are you the officer in charge? If you sign in, you can sign it first.
Yeah, I already signed
Oh,
it.
yeah, okay, have a seat up down
Down here?
there. Right there.
Ready on Edwards?
Just about, yeah, yep, we are.
How are you?
Great, thank you. Yeah.
So just get.
Good, how are you? Yes, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
They bring some.
Mr. The other case, you're here too.
You know what, are you? Her case is who, how you get?
For sure, I have.
I had, 8 hearings this morning.
Were you zooming in on?
Yeah. But, yeah, exactly. You know, one of them was a federal program.
Are they zooming there?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Calling case number 2058474, the people of the state of Michigan versus Levante Edwards. Defendant is charged with count 1, police officer assaulting, resisting, obstructing, habitual offender. Second notice. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Russell Blair, legal people. We are prepared to proceed this morning. And good morning, Your Honor. Good morning to your staff. May it please the most honorable court, Mohammed Nasser, T74485, appearing on behalf of witness Levante Edwards, who also appears behind me in the blue suit. Sir, please identify yourself for this court.
Levante Edwards.
Defense is ready to proceed as well, and ask for a cease-and-desist order of any and all testifying witnesses.
We would ask that be mutual, Judge. I understand the Zoom is broadcasted also.
Right now, nobody's on Zoom, but I can't tell you who's on YouTube.
All right.
Right, you know, we just testify today at trial, any future time of the courtroom, or be denied that future testimony.
We're calling Officer Matthew DeLeo.
Where are from? So keep going through and then we'll choose what we got. We'll go for it, have a seat, please.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, sir. Your name for the record, please.
Matthew Giles,
And where do you work, sir?
Detroit Police Department 9 Precinct.
Okay. I'm gonna take you back to the July 6, 2020, and location, year 14199 West 7 Mile. And about 8:04 in the evening, or time that's here is 20:04. Were you an on-duty officer at that date, time, and location?
Yes, sir.
Were you at that location?
Yes, sir.
How were you dressed when you were at that location?
Full uniform.
Okay. And you arrived at that location, how?
We got a call through a scout car.
Scout car?
Yes, sir.
Were you driving it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anybody with you?
I had a partner with me.
Who's that?
Officer Kobe.
Officer who?
Kobe.
Colby? And, tell us how you were dressed. How were you clothed?
Oh, in a full uniform.
Describe that to the court, please.
Blue pants, black blue boots, blue long sleeve with PPE badges, my badge, my name.
The reason you went to that location was what?
An accident with the mini bike versus a vehicle.
Okay. You arrived at that location, what did you do?
We assisted aiding the injured from the mini bike, and when medics made the scene, they got him in the rig and took him to the hospital, and we secured the scene. We knew further how the results was going to be of his status at the hospital, and then we once we got that status back, we proceeded.
Hold on. You got questions?
All right. So there's an accident there and you were investigating an accident?
Correct.
All right. And while doing that investigation, did you indicate that there was an injured party?
Correct.
And that injured party was transported?
Correct.
All right. Did you remain at that scene then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What were you doing there? Remaining at that scene?
Holding the scene until we had further information and for our evidence text to make the scene to the processor.
Okay. Holding the scene means what?
Standing by, making sure nobody enters the scene to tamper with any evidence.
Okay. Now, while you were doing that, did anything happen?
Yes, sir.
What was that, sir?
A subject, last name Edwards, entered the scene, went over to the meat bike. I approached him, asked him to step back.
All right, hang on. You approached him and asked him to step back. All right. The person that you said approached that area and you approached yourself, is that person here in court today?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us where that person is and what the person is wearing today?
He is sitting behind on the right side in the first row, and he's wearing a blue and what looks to be brown suit with a black mask.
For the record, identify Mr. Devontae Edwards. All right, so, now, when you first approached Mr. Edwards, you say anything to him?
Yes, I had asked him why he was there, and I asked him that I told him that he needed to be behind the yellow tape.
Okay, did he tell you why he was there?
He said that was his brother's bike, and he would like to retrieve the bike for him.
Okay, and you responded to him?
I told him that was not going to be able to happen due to it being a part of an accident.
Okay, so what happens now?
He then proceeded to go into the motorcycle, and because he stated that there was money and things in there that he did not want us to take from his brother, I told him that would not happen. It would go to be placed on evidence, and then after the case is over, he'd be able to retrieve those items.
Okay, did he
What did he do after you told him that?
He reached into the motorcycle, into the mini bike, the gas tank on the front. It was a secret compartment, if you could say.
Objection, as to the identification of the secret compartment, Judge.
And he reached into some compartment on the minibike. Okay, go ahead.
All right, very good. Reached into the compartment of the minibike?
Yes, and he retrieved money.
Did you see him do this?
Yes.
Where were you standing when this happened?
I was standing on the other side of the mini bike.
Okay. And how far distance?
Like arm's reach.
Okay. All right, so he does this and retrieves
Money in a rubber band, a cell phone, and a bag of weed.
Okay. When he takes these items, what do you tell him, if anything at all?
I had stated that he needs to he needs to put those items back in the mini bike. Yeah, that's what I stated.
All right. Did he respond to that in any way?
He declined that request.
What did he do?
He said, no, you guys aren't going to take, are not going to take my brother's items.
Okay. And what happens then?
I went to grab Mr. Edwards, and he pushed away and took off running after it.
Okay. What about the things he took from the mini bike?
He had those in his hands when he ran away.
Okay. So what did you do then?
I began to chase Mr. Edwards for a short distance, and I had told him that I was going to tase him if he did not stop. He then threw the money in the air, the money and the phone in the air, and
Objection once again to there.
I don't think it's a
I
narrative.
don't think we're there yet, so so far. Go ahead. You told him you were gonna pay them?
Yes, and he threw the money in the air and then continued to run.
Okay. And at any point in time when he was running, did you give him any commands at all?
I told him to stop, or I was going to tase him. Yes.
Okay. So what happens now after he throws the items?
A unit that was further down the street, seeing this happen, they came, they were in their vehicle, came out drove toward Mr. Edwards. He then continued to run, and after they turned the corner, that was all that I seen after that.
Okay, but you did see all of this. Were you still pursuing Mr. Edwards at this time?
When they took over, I did not, because I was holding the scene.
Okay, all right. So what happens now?
That is as far as I know from there on.
Okay. Did you see Mr. Edwards again shortly thereafter?
No.
Yeah. All right. And what did you do then after you saw the other officers pursue Mr. Edwards?
I then returned back with my partner to the scene to hold the scene for the remainder of the investigation.
What about the items that you said he threw?
I retrieved those off of the ground.
Okay. What did you do?
I had placed them back in the bike.
Okay. Can you tell the court, if you know, when Mr. Edwards took off running as you described from the mini bike, how far did he go?
I pursued him for about 70 yards.
And
7 yards or
70.
70?
Yes, sir.
All right. And about that mark of distance, what you're indicating to the court, is that when the other officers pursued after him?
After, yes.
Now, you also indicated one other thing as far as when you reached for Mr. Edwards. I think you said something like pushing off or something like that. Can you describe that?
As I went to grab him, it was basically just like a push away and blocking me from grabbing him.
Okay, did he come in contact with your body?
Yes.
What part?
His body. My hands, his hands on mine.
Okay. Thank you. Nothing further.
Your Honor, if I may. Officer Delano, how you doing?
Good, sir.
Officer, very well, thank you. Officer Delano, I'm gonna ask you some questions, and if you don't understand, please let me know, I'll try to rephrase in a way that you can understand. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
So, officer, you've already testified that you were working on July 6th of last year, correct?
Correct.
At some point in time, you were taken to the area of 7 Mile and Gratiot, correct?
Correct.
And that was for a critical car accident, correct?
Correct.
And that was an accident that involved a young man on a mini motorcycle, right?
Correct.
With a car, right?
Correct.
Ultimately, yourself and your partner were the first officers to arrive to the scene?
Correct.
Okay. At some point in time, this individual that was on the mini bike was taken by EMS to the hospital, agreed?
Correct.
And at that point in time, you remained on the scene with your partner, is that agreed?
Correct.
Okay, now you've testified already that, the motorbike was on the scene, right, or the mini motorcycle, right? And is that correct?
Sure.
And that mini motorcycle to you is evidence related to a critical accident, correct?
Correct.
At some point in time, it's your testimony that you came into contact with my client, Devontae Edwards, right? At some point in time, you had contact with my client, Devontae Edwards? Okay, you had a discussion with this individual, correct?
Correct.
Okay, he identified himself as the brother of the injured, correct?
Correct.
Okay, he also identified to you that he wanted to retrieve items that belonged to himself and his brother, correct?
To his brother.
Okay, and then indicated that he wanted to retrieve a cell phone to call his family, correct?
Incorrect.
He did not say that?
Incorrect.
Okay, what did he say?
He said that he would like to retrieve items from the mini bike for
Okay.
his brother.
Okay, and one of those items is a cell phone, right?
Correct.
Another item is some money, correct?
Correct.
Okay, now, this was in July, it was, just correct me on the time, was it at 8 o'clock at night, or was it 17:10, so that would be 5:10 in the early afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, correct? Do you recall what time it was?
Do not recall.
Okay, it was still bright outside, right?
Correct.
Okay. Undeniably, it was clear by your uniform here today that you were on that day, as is today, that you are a deployed police officer, right?
Correct.
You would agree that ultimately in your discussions with Mr. Edwards, you advised that certain items could be retrieved, right?
Could not be retrieved.
You said advised certain items could be retrieved later on, correct? You said the cell phone and the money could be retrieved later, correct?
Incorrect in a way.
Okay, how is it incorrect?
It could be retrieved by the owner of the items.
Okay, could be retrieved by the owner, but the owner was taken away in an ambulance, correct?
Correct.
It was a critical bike and car accident, right?
Correct.
Okay, you would agree that a cell phone and money have nothing to do with this particular accident, correct?
Incorrect.
They have something to do with it?
Correct.
What does it have to do with it?
It's part of evidence. It was in the vehicle when the accident happened. That makes it part of the accident. And part of the scene.
So it's your testimony here today that having money on your person is a quintessential piece of evidence to a critical bike accident?
Does anyone object? Legal opinion, counsel?
Not at all. I'm asking this officer, he believes that a cell phone and money is evidence related to a bike and car accident, correct?
Being in the vehicle makes
Judge,
it.
I'm gonna object. What's the relevance as far as the charges? Yeah.
Okay, I'll move on. Okay, ultimately, it's your testimony here today that this individual told you he wanted to retrieve these items, right?
Correct.
And in actuality, he did retrieve these items, right?
Correct.
Okay, and based upon that, you gave chase, right?
Correct.
Okay, where are these items now?
On evidence.
Again, I'm gonna object relevance.
No, no.
No, it has to be strict.
Okay, I'll move on. Let me ask you this. Ultimately, the motorbike was taken into custody, correct, or taken into evidence?
Correct.
Okay, so that was done by you or by evidence tax?
Objection, Judge. What's the relevance?
What is the relevance?
Trying to get a full picture here, Judge, but I'll move on.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not relevant to the charges, I don't need the picture.
Okay, thank you, Judge. And it's your testimony that you have direct contact with my client as opposed to your partner, correct?
Go ahead.
You were the primary officer speaking to my client as opposed to your partner?
Correct.
No further questions.
You right? Right, thank you. Step down.
K-I-N-S, Rankin, Marquise. You are.
Go within the area of a crime scene investigation or an accident investigation. The defendant did went there and retrieved and recovered things. First of all, that officer didn't know they were his, but secondly, most important, after he was asked not to do so, he also had to return it. At which point, when the officer went to pursue the defendant physically, the defendant blocked the officer's way and then took off running. The officer didn't indicate to him to stop or he would be tased. He did not. Another group of officers came down to the scene and pursued after the defendant. So we would indicate that that's not the probable cause.
Your Honor, if I may? This court has had the admirable opportunity to listen to the lone witness, Officer Delano testify as it relates to the circumstances or the events that occurred on or about July 7th of last year. Specifically, Judge, we're objecting to the bind over, and that's predicated upon the elemental deficiencies. The people at this particular stage, even on a probable cause stand, must have, at least by a probable cause standard, some evidence to every single element of the alleged offense. The alleged offense in this matter here is MCL 750.8B, which is police officer resisting, obstructing, assault, and spur. That the defendant assaulted, battered, wounded, resisted, obstructed, opposed, or endangered the police officer. 2, that the defendant knew or had reason to know that the other person was a police officer performing his duties at the time that he was instructed. And 3rd, that the police officer gave a lawful command and was making a lawful arrest or otherwise performing. Your Honor, specifically what this court has to do is it's undeniable that there was a situation that occurred. It's undeniable that this individual was identified as a police officer. We're not contesting that at all. The elemental deficiency that I believe is present here is the lawful command. There is nothing germane associated with a money, cell phone, and possibility of some weed as it relates to this critical accident. The officer undeniably gave.
Let me just ask you this.
Yes, Judge.
How was it, okay, although your client came up and said, this was my brother's bike, I want to retrieve him, his item. All right, that's the testimony, correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right. How would he know that's true? The police officer wouldn't know. I don't even know on this, because it's not on the record, whether the police officer had any communication, came in contact with the young man that was on the mini bike. So everything related to that, what happened there, you can't just allow people to come up, oh, well, this is my cousin, or this is my brother, or this is my father. I'm gonna remove it from a scene at this point that is potentially a crime scene. So how do you get past that? It doesn't matter what it is. It could have been a popsicle. I'm gonna remove this because I want to. No, you don't.
Your Honor,
Go ahead. Tell me what right he had.
My response.
Because you have to say that he had a right to remove this stuff for it to be lawful.
Yes, and my response to that, Judge, is that there's no testimony on the record. The record is devoid as to whether or not the officer's testimony elicited by no means even suggests that that was a concern to the officer, whether or not he, in his testimony, said this individual identified himself as his brother. He never said, hey, listen, I wasn't able to verify this information, that's why he wasn't allowed. The question
have to. You didn't have to.
By the position of defense, Judge, and certainly I respect the position of this court, but the position of defense would be that the onus then is on the officer. The officer's testimony was, hey, listen, I didn't allow him to take the stuff because I couldn't verify that this individual was his brother. Agreed. However, that's not the testimony. The testimony here is that the officer gave him a lawful command. And my position and the position of the defense here today, respectfully, is that this was not a lawful command because cell phones and money and marijuana have nothing to do with a critical accident. The testimony of the officer was, hey, listen, that this person can come and collect this stuff. The owner can come and collect it later. So it's not germane to the case of a critical accident. Based upon that, Judge, I believe there's an elemental deficiency. I thank you.
Thank you. No.
Thank you.
All right, court having heard the testimony, argument, findings as follows. On July 6, 2020, in the area of 199 West 7 Mile Road, early evening, either sometime between 5 and 8. Officer Delano was a full uniform scout car, responded to an accident with a vehicle and a mini bike. Injured party on the mini bike was transported to the hospital. He was holding the scene for evidence check. But the defendant then came into the area, was told that he needed to go back behind the tape area. He said it was his brother's bike and he wanted to retrieve items that belonged to his brother. Officer told him no, he could not retrieve those items. And that defendant then went and retrieved them anyway. Cell phone, money, and a bag of weed. He was told by officer to put the items back. He said no, he wouldn't. Officer went to grab them. He then pushed the officer away and ran. If he chased him, he said if he continued to run, he would tase him. And then threw the money and the phone up in the air and continued to run. Another officers then pursued the chase. First of all, those items taken were at least one of them definitely was very relevant to the accident at hand. The weed, because it's evidence of that possibly he was on a motor vehicle high. You know, your client had no right, none, no right whatsoever to go and go in there and just start removing items from an accident scene that the police are actively investigating. The officer said he was holding that for the evidence tech to come and to do their job. And your client interfered with that. More so, he resisted arrest when officer went to put his hands on him. So the court finds that the felony enumerating the complaint did in fact occur in City Detroit, probable cause of discharge of the defendant. He'll be bound over the Wayne County Circuit Court Criminal Division for arraignment on the information, which will be March 25th at 9:05 a.m.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Take care now.
See you later, Judge.
All right, take care.
Take care. All right, Judge. Was that 525 or 325?
325.
Stay right there.
Ready on Williamson? Calling case number 2056198, the people of the state of Michigan versus Devon Williamson. Defendant is charged with count 1, weapons carrying concealed. This matter is scheduled for examination.
Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. This is Prosecutor Blair. Good morning, Judge. Neighborhood Conduct Service by Gleno, the 83424, appearing on behalf of Ronald Wilson, who's joining us present in the courtroom.
How are you doing, sir? Your name, please, sir? Ronald. Thank you, sir. You ready to proceed?
Judge, at this time, the people that, people to go forward, we do not have our essential witness, Officer Valia. Please spell that for the recorder. It's Valija. He's not in the hallway. I did go out in the hallway and, my understanding is he is abstained.
Judge, motion to dismiss?
Wait a moment, what you say?
You work at 1:30 next Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yep, next one's 1:30. We done for the morning.